No, it's not about injury. Quite a few of the players have a few niggles, and also we want to make Rohit play because an experienced player can come into the side and go out of the side and play with the kind of experience they have. But for Rohit it may be tough in the sense if he doesn't get a good going before the later half of the series, all of a sudden you may find him playing a game without much match practice under him. So overall we have to look at the strength of the side being a fairly long series. We play 8 games before going into the final, so that was the main reason.
It's a bad loss, and was it not an important game, the first game?
Every game is important, and what you also need to see is over the overall strength. So every loss is disappointing, but at the end of the day you have to play good cricket, and then only you can win games. All these small things, it does happen in cricket. So it's not like major injuries, but if somebody can be rested and the overall strength remains the same, then it's a good decision. Zach has a bit of a problem. That's the reason why he didn't play this game. He has a bit of problem with his right or left knee, but hopefully he'll be fit for the next game.
You can do as what you can with the resources you have, especially the bowling resources. But you would have to take a call on the spinners. You rely on the spinners you have for the disciplines.
Well, I think especially in this game, if you see, we were 2 bowlers short. In the sense, 2 bowlers went for a lot of runs, and you bowl loose deliveries, but there are certain deliveries that are so loose that they'll always go for a boundary or a six. And I think today we bowled quite a few of them. Even though the field was quite big, yet I think the execution was not really great. So that was one of the main reason why they were able to score 200 odd runs. But of course, I think Wade and both the Hussey brothers, they batted really well throughout.
Yes. Three spinners conceded 133 runs in 14 overs. Is there a value for going ahead?
Well, it is because if you see, if Jadeja doesn't bowl well, the stability of the side gets affected because, he's someone who can do that job because we need a batsman to bat at number 7 also, not to forget. And at the end of the day, you want to restrict the opponent. You can't let them score too many runs thinking, your batting line will score the amount of runs that's needed. So I think for the overall strength, you have to bowl well and then look to chase down the number of runs, especially if you have decided to chase.
Yes, please.
Was it tempting to play three seamers considering overcast skies?
Well, we were expecting rain, but not to the extent that it happened. The forecast said the most will be 2 millimeters to 4 millimeters, which means even if we lose overs, we may lose to the maximum of 6 overs a side. But once we lost 18 overs, it did affect our game plan or strategy because all of a sudden I was left with only 3 overs from the spinners, from the fast bowlers. So it did affect our game plan to some extent. But as in cricket and with the weather, it doesn't always go your way. But I think we need to execute better than what we did. And of course, we are not blaming the bowlers over here. I think still we need to bat well because there was a time when a decent partnership was going on. And once you come to the period, that's called the consolidating period, in this game from the 10th over till the 20th over, if you don't lose a wicket at that point of time, then it's an ideal setup to chase a score like over 200 runs.
Yes, please.
MSU played so well Friday night. You've got them 2 for 25, then 3 for 49. It just looked from there as though you didn't really press home the advantage you had, and you seem to lose some of the spirit that you built up in that 2020 game. Can you just talk us through what happened?
Not the spirit, as I said, the loose deliveries were a bit too loose, and that really affects because you can put in a lot of effort in the fielding, but once it goes between the deep mid wicket and the long one where there's no fielders, you can try your level best, but you can't really stop it. So it does affect. And if you see most of the boundaries that were scored, those went to the vacant area, so there was not much the fielders could have done. Of course, a few of the fielders, there was pressure from the batsmen, and in big fields that really happens. If you put the ball in the right area, you may be the best fielder in the world, but still, you can be taken upon, and more often than not, the batsman will get those doubles. So I think that was the reason. It was not like we fielded badly in this game.